That's right, David. And when this guy initially spoke to detectives, he told them that he was the victim of a home invasion. When deputies got to the home, they found the dead body of Christina Danielle Scarr. And when detectives dug a little deeper, they say they found evidence to prove this guy wasn't a victim at all. Now, according to the Seminole County Sheriff's Office, that's right, Beth, and many of them tell us they saw what happened. According to police, this all started on Lake Mary Boulevard right behind me. That driver pulling into the shops of Lake Mary here, ending up in that parking lot. And police say when the driver pulled out a gun, things turned deadly. Now, this is what the area looked like. That's right, Beth. Until tomorrow morning is what FDOT is saying. And you know the morning commute is already stressful. This is probably making it even worse. We've been hearing people honking all morning. Stuff like that, trying to get through this roadblock. Now, right now, we're on Orange Avenue and Colonial Drive, and this is where the roadblock is. It begins. Good morning, Beth. You can see the Norwegian Sun dock behind me here at Terminal 10 at Port Canaveral, and the ship arrived about half an hour early today, but once it leaves later this afternoon, it will make history. It will be the first ship to ever cruise from Port Canaveral to Havana. Now, these types of trips were made possible in 2015 after President Obama. That's right, Eric, but first I want to show you just some of the damage that car caused when it crashed into the front door here. You can see some of the drywall from inside of the store knocked out, had to be gutted, and out here now they're still cleaning up this mess. The business is open, but they're still working on cleaning things up. But we spoke to people who live around here. They say this is not the first time that thieves have targeted businesses here, and now they're worried that the crime could spread to the homes right across the street. Picking up the pieces. This mess caused by crooks, who police say rammed a car into this Metro PCS store in Orlando early this morning.
How stupid can you be?
Phil Beaver, who goes by Puppy, lives right next to this plaza. He says this area has been hit a lot in the past.
I've heard them like 2 or 3 different times in the past. Hear glass breaking. In one case, he says he had to chase the robbers out of a Little Caesars store 2 doors down from the Metro PCS. They've got me on tape at Little Caesars, coming up with a baseball bat and chased them out of Little Caesars.
The crooks also targeting this restaurant, shattering this side door here to get through. They also went after this China Taste restaurant next to Little Caesars, targeting 3 businesses at this plaza in a matter of minutes.
It just gets so frustrating for them. They're all good people.
It was a tight squeeze driving this car out the way it came in.
The front panel up by the headlights dented.
Colton lives right across the street. He's worried if this keeps happening, things could escalate.
It's kind of nerve-wracking because my biggest worry is them moving away from the businesses and moving into the residences across the street.
There are plenty of cameras out here, so whatever happened was definitely caught on tape.
This is ridiculous with the car going all the way through it. I can't tell you what's on their minds.
Back out here live, we're showing you just one of at least 5 cameras that are outside of these businesses out here. Detectives will be going over the surveillance video to figure out who might be responsible for this. We're also waiting to figure out who owns that car. Once we get more information, we'll pass it along. David, according to detectives, Greenwood had an eventful night leading up to what he's accused of doing at the airport yesterday morning. While in custody, deputies say Greenwood opened up about what may have caused him to act so strangely.
While he is resting comfortably in house.
That's the SWAT car in front of our house.
That's the car that
This is the car that flipped over.
An armored truck in a stolen Orlando police cruiser that went headfirst into a light pole.
So I opened the door a little bit and I saw it was a cop car turned onto its side that just was on that corner, and it ran into a light pole.
Jasmine Hernandez lives right across the street from where this all happened.
There's the car flipped over on its side.
It's something she never expected, just a few feet away from her doorstep.
When I saw all the cops and the SWAT team pointing their rifles to the car, then I knew that like something was serious.
According to police, the man behind the wheel of this cop car is Alexander Gonzalez, who is by no means a cop. Orlando police say he escaped from the hospital and was found running in and out of traffic. When an officer approached him, OPD says he took off on foot and then ran towards the officer's car, hopped behind the wheel, and led them on a chase. Police say it all ended here on the corner of Elizabeth Avenue and Princeton Street. You can see the tire marks that the guy left behind when he veered off the road, crashing right here where I'm standing, leaving behind this mess. Even the officer's headlights still here. According to police, Gonzalez tried to grab 2 firearms that were locked up inside the vehicle.
I was kind of like nervous and shocked.
Jasmine told me she was asked to evacuate her home while officers tried to get him out of the car.
I think at that point it was a little bit more scary, and I realized that it was a little bit more serious than actually was.
Gonzalez is now facing a number of felony charges. Reporting in Orlando, Deborah Souverain, Spectrum News 13. It was very obvious that Friday's shooting didn't only affect the students here, but teachers as well. The teacher we spoke to says the main message he wants to send is that the Forest High community needs support as they work on embracing a new normal.
My only mission is to take care of my students today.
For John Crawford, this past weekend is one he'll never forget. He says it was a restless 3 nights as he prepared to return to the school, now marred by a shooting.
I've not had much sleep this weekend. It's not for any other reason than I don't know how my 2,100 students are doing. And so my heart hurts for them.
We also spoke to a parent and a student here at Forest High School. They told us coming back today wasn't easy, but they're taking everything one day at a time.
My youngest was on campus and in the room next to where the shooting was at, and I saw the shooter and she was feeling very anxious, but just having courage to come back in faith, you know, in spite of fear.
It was a very scary day for us seniors and us all classes on Friday. It was a very scary moment.
That's why high school teacher Crawford says today and this week is about healing.
And that's why I need you in the community. If you are seeing this, wear green, April 27th, hashtag Forest Friday. Show them your love and support.
The sentiment we got from everyone is that this community is resilient and they're not going to allow the actions of one person to stop them from being Forest strong. Reporting on scene at Forest High School, Deborah